Randy here. On behalf of all the volunteers and organizers at 24-Hour Yogapalooza, as well as our sponsors Tony Graham Automotive Group and Trend Micro, welcome to our 2021 campaign. This year we thought we'd kick things off a little bit differently by celebrating National Relaxation Day. So I invite you to grab your mat, grab your blocks, and come and join us and chill with Ro, some of you know as Wild Roga. Over to you, Ro.
Hey Randy, thank you so much. I'm super excited to go through this relaxing sequence that's great to help you before going to bed, in the afternoon during work, or even in the morning if you're just trying to get a nice and easy start to the day. Make sure you have a blanket, and that can be folded as many times as you need. It's there to support your back, your head, or underneath your knees. Anything that we're doing today, don't be afraid to use the blanket. We're going to place it at the top of our mat. We're going to take a deep breath in and slow breath out. Inhale and exhale. One more deep inhalation and big sigh out. Bring the body down to the mat. Soles of the feet on the ground. Hands down by your sides. As you breathe in, slowly draw the knees close to one another. And as you exhale, knees start to move apart. How far is up to you. Inhale, drawing them back in just like magnets. Exhale, sending them out. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. And just move back and forth here through the breath with the knees for a few more moments. Noticing how as you open the knees, open the hips, you're on the edges of the feet. And as you move back towards the center, you're pressing a little bit into the big toes. Expand a little bit more through the chest and through the mid-back. Let the hands become heavy and hips become heavy. Bring both knees back to center. Lift the arms up overhead, bending into the elbows. Inhale and exhale. Feet move all the way to the edges of the mat. Bring both knees down to the right. Keep the chest pointed upward and the gaze pointed upward, or you can even close your eyes here. With the left hand lifted up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, draw it down to the side, just like a wing. Holding here. Allow the body to sink into the mat. Come back to center, soles of the feet to the ground. Lift the hips up, coming into bridge. Arms still on the ground, in the position that they were in. Slowly draw the body down. Lift the left arm up. Bring it back in the same position as the right arm. Both knees to the left side. Exhale out. Right arm moves upward. And then right arm floats down. Deep inhale. And slow exhale. Knees come back to center. Press through the heels. Lift the hips up. Draw the body down. Right arm lifts. Hand on top of hand, elbows bent, knees into the chest. Rock from side to side. Soles of the feet come down. Arms out, just like wings, lift the hips up. Create some space in between the chin and the chest. Bring the hips down. Give yourself a big hug. Elbows lifted. Rock from side to side. Really pressing in between the shoulder blades. And then extend the legs. Hands to the belly or hands to the floor. Toes splay out to the sides. Deep inhale. Big exhale out. With the right foot, place it to the inside of the left thigh. So coming into a reclined tree. Arms go up overhead, depending on how much space you have. You can bend into the elbows. Flex slightly into the left foot. Keep the hips on the mat. Deep inhalation. And slow exhalation. Left fingertips reach up. Then bring them over towards that right knee. Doesn't have to actually touch, just reaching for that right knee. Take notice of the stretch through the right hip, and then bring the right knee in towards that hand. Slow twist to the left side. Bring it back to center. Open through the hip. Foot connects to the inner thigh. Right hand to that right thigh. Left arm reaches up and over in a side bend. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Coming back to the middle. Extend through the right leg. Left foot to right thigh. Bring the knee down to where it feels comfortable. Now you can take your blanket and place it underneath that left knee as well to support it. And as you keep the arms up in your reclined tree, lower the shoulders away from the ears. Take a deep breath in and flex through the right foot. Right arm reaches up and reaches for the left knee. Bringing that left knee up towards the hand. Slow twist. Come back to center. Right arm reaches up and back. Left arm to left thigh, right arm up and over the ear, side bend. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Come back to center. Extend through the left leg. Reach both arms up. Exhale, bringing them down. Soles the feet back to the mat. Turn the entire body over onto its right side, and then come up onto your hands and knees in table. And once you come into table, tuck the toes. Fingers nice and wide. Find your gaze in between the hands. Exhale, move the body forward. Inhale, send the hips back. Keep the chest lifted as you gaze forward. If this feels not as comfortable on the knees, then take the blanket for some added support. Move the hips forward. And then take the hips back. Inhale, drawing them forward. And exhale, hips back. Coming into table, slide the right arm underneath the left, dropping the shoulder right down to the mat. As you're threading the needle, maybe take the left arm up overhead, or keep it extended in line with the hips. Untuck the toes, breathing in and out. Find a spot that feels comfortable for you here. Tuck the toes back in. Left hand to the mat. Pull the hips back. Reach the right arm up. Swing the right arm down. Set into child's pose. Forehead to the mat. Deep breath in. Exhale, look forward. Come back into table. Draw the belly up towards the ceiling. And then bring the belly down towards the mat. Left arm threads underneath the right, bringing the shoulders down. Keep the hips lifted and toes untucked. Find your placement with the right hand. Deep inhale. Slow exhale. As you bring the right hand back underneath the shoulder, lift up gently. Left arm lifts up. Slowly swing it forward. Bring the hips back, child's pose. Palms together. Bend to the elbows. Exhale, look forward. Walk the hands towards the knees. Place the hands on the hips. Take the shoulders back and down and start to tilt the head from side to side, shoulder to shoulder. Deep breath in and slow breath out. Hands onto the mat. Move the body forward, hips forward. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, forward and back. We're going to come into those arm swings again. So coming into your table, press into the right hand, lift the left arm up. Swing the arms forward, hips back, child's pose. Inhale, table. Open the chest. Arm comes forward. Hips back. One more on each side. Open up. Take some time here to enjoy the expansion through the chest and the arm. As you bring the arm forward, circle down, chest towards the mat, hips back, knees slightly apart. Inhale, table. Reach up and open up. Exhale. Deep breath in. Let the breath out again. Bring the hands back to come into kneeling. Arms behind. Interlace the fingers or clasp onto opposite elbows. Draw the knuckles down. Release the fingers. Kick the feet out to the side. Roll or fold your blanket. Extend both legs over, making sure that the blanket is right underneath the knees. If you need a second blanket, you can use a second blanket. If you need to roll it up more, take your time. Give your legs the time to just relax here. So toes may splay out to the sides. Press a little bit through the hips and lengthen through the spine. Close the eyes for just a moment. Place the hands on the knees. And as slow as you can, begin to fold forward. Don't worry about what the fold looks like. Come into a fold that's comfortable. Come into a fold that you can hang out in for a bit. And once you've found that space where you want to rest, draw the breath in through the nose. And as you begin to exhale, release the hips. So again, toes become heavy. Head becomes heavy. Arms become heavy. Chest becomes heavy. Take your time in rolling up into seated. Reach the arms up. Sweep the arms down. With that right foot, we're going to bring it to the inside of the left thigh. Sitting up tall. Walking the hands forward and folding in. If you feel like you don't need the blanket underneath the knee. You can always take the blanket and stuff it nice and close, or if you have a pillow close, place it underneath the chest and just rest here. Focus on where your breath is going and really take stock in resting. If the pose starts to become uncomfortable, move around. See where you can make it comfortable, where you can make it work for you. Sit up nice and tall. We'll switch sides. First, by using both hands to bring the right knee up. Press the chest forward and then extend the right leg. Left foot to the right thigh. Sitting up tall before hinging forward, leading with our chest if we can, and folding into where it's comfortable. Again, it doesn't have to be a deep fold. You want to be able to give yourself some time, some space to breathe freely and to enjoy where you are here in the posture on your mat. Big breath in. Slow breath out. Walking the hands back. Nice and slow. Twist the body over towards that left knee. Bring the knee into the chest. Lift the chest up. And then extend the left leg forward. Hands behind the hips. Shake the legs a little bit. Press the chest forward. Elbows come back and shoulders back. Slowly start to relax back into the body. Take the blanket. Place it behind the back. Center yourself on the mat. See if you can keep the blanket to the low back and then lower down. Make sure this is comfortable for you. We're going to windshield wipe the knees from side to side. Drawing back to the midline. Soles of the feet together and knees come down towards the mat in butterfly or Baddha Konasana. Hands to the hips. The further away your heels are from the body, the more comfortable this might be, and the closer they are to the body, the more intense it may be. So choose a middle ground here and maybe work the blanket a bit so that it really helps you to hang out in this posture. Hands by the sides or on the hips, wherever you feel comfortable. Start to sink into the ground slowly. Start to take notice of how your hips are talking to the rest of your body. Maybe your hips require additional support. Maybe bringing the knees closer together feels best. Again, take the time to notice. Take the time to listen. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Hands underneath the thighs. Draw the knees together. Bring the knees into the chest. You can remove the blanket underneath the back if need be, and rock one way and then the other. Lift the feet up towards the ceiling. Point the toes down at the chest. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands behind the back of the legs. Bend into those knees. Reach the arms up. Soles of the feet down to the mat. Press the palms forward, so facing towards the end of your mat. Give yourself a big hug yet again. Rock from side to side. Incorporate the knees if need be. Grab the blanket. Extend the legs. Maybe the blanket can go over the body or behind the back. Deep breath in. Slow breath out, hands by your sides. Toes splay out. Relax into the chest. Soften the spaces in between the eyebrows. And let the tongue come down from the roof of your mouth. Breathe in a way that resonates with you. Slow, focused breaths or long pulls of inhalations and slow exhalations. The importance of being here on your mat at this moment is just to rest and relax. To connect a little bit deeper with yourself, with your breath, and for your muscles and body to take in the movements. Continue to breathe here on your own. Softly closing the eyes. And doing your best to rest with that movement. Start to bring your awareness back to the mat, back to your body. Point the toes and then flex into the toes. Reach the arms up overhead. Take a big stretch. And then come back into that hug, round through the upper back. Rock from side to side once more. Bring the arms down. Soles of the feet to the mat. Turn the body over onto the left or right side and come up into seated. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, chin to the chest. Exhale, lift the chin up and sigh out. Palms together and thumbs right to the heartbeat. I want to thank you so much for joining me during this relaxing sequence. Again, you can do it any time of the day. If you just need a little bit of a slower pace and a reconnection back to what's going on and what's happening. Thank you so much for having me. I'm going to bring it back to you, Randy. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ro. That was an awesome class. Really appreciate it. And to each of you who joined us today for National Relaxation Day, thank you. If you would like to make a donation, you're welcome to do that. You'll find the link to Ro's personal donation page down below in the comments section. A couple things to watch out for in the near future. Our silent auction will be coming up in September. Chance to get some great deals on all kinds of excellent stuff. And then starting September 24th, we'll have our 24 days of yoga. So we have an incredible lineup of teachers, some amazing classes, a wide variety from yin to meditation to chair yoga, lots and lots of options this year. So please watch for that. If you would like to join us, we're recruiting yogis to come out and help us raise money. So the need is as great as ever at CHEO. And remember, all the money we raise goes to cancer research at CHEO. So once again, thank you for joining us today, and check out the webpage for more information. Namaste.